tonight.
Dog, it's
Yeah, it's not a perfect port. Import things for the most part work though.
damn already?
Yep, this is gonna be a fun way to come back to YouTube. Alright YouTube, we are back after months of just going through personal stuff. I would like to thank people that subscribed during my time that I was gone. I had a lot to talk about, but that would be at a later video. Right now, I want to direct my attention to MK1 because your boy been playing it a lot, as you see on the screen. And right now, I want to talk about one of the problem children. No. It's not Baraka. We ain't gonna talk about the character in the vacuum. We gonna talk about the assist that is Cyrax. Cyrax right now is the problem child. He is the most talked about. He is probably the most hated assist in the game. And you know what? I'm happy he hated. We need him to be hated for future DLCs to get the picture. So right now, what I want to talk about is Cyrax in a vacuum. I want to talk about what he does well, and I want to talk about why we need assists like Cyrax in the game, what they can do to kind of normalize him, and just why he's so good. So call to action, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment of what you think of Cyrax, leave a comment of what you think the next DLC, which is Trimmer, should do that Cyrax does not do, and what he should do better than what Cyrax does. But let's get to the video. Now, when Cyrax is classified, he is noted to be a defensive rushdown prevention assist with projectiles. I'm gonna be honest with you, the rushdown prevention with projectiles does not matter with this character because this is a very solid defensive assist. This is what you're going to use him for. He's also very strong offensively. Hear me out. Now, his weakest assist is going to be his forward Kameo button assist, which is his self-destruct. Very few characters can take advantage of the actual self-destruct and it hits you. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna talk about that because that's too much. It's fodder. We don't use it unless you're somebody like Havoc or Sub-Zero that can kind of set something up with it. Don't use it. His net is pretty solid. I like his net. I use it in terms of it being a mid. It's real good in the fireball war to throw out, and then once they hit the net, being able to throw out your own projectile behind it. So it's very solid. It's not the best because it is slow, but I like the net, and if it hits, boy oh boy, good combo damage. But that ain't what y'all here for. Y'all here for the copter and the horizontal copter. Now, vertical copter to me is supposed to be an anti-air. However, again, you ain't using it for that. The combo feeler that is copter is amazing. The scaling, I don't even think it's really good scaling because it gives you the most damage in the game. So he gets a lot of damage off of a defensive tool. It is super strong. Use it if you are playing Cyrax. Now, for the boy y'all been waiting for, horizontal chopper. I know y'all see it in the gameplay. Y'all see me playing Baraka. I know y'all see me using it a lot to protect myself. I know y'all done played a Raiden. I know y'all done played a Johnny Cage. I know y'all done played a Baraka, a Scorpion, a Sindel, or whoever, because this character can fit into any character slot and he just dominates. And that's where I want to start. Because of horizontal copter, it makes it very easy to slot Cyrax into any position because he's really good at making up for your mistakes. Baraka is notoriously known just to Berserker Barrage, and on the third hit, if you do not flawless it, we're calling out Cyrax. Most people don't use their armor moves in between that. I don't think we've developed the game plan for most people yet to armor move in between little gaps to get around Baraka and Cyrax, but I digress. we just throw it out and it's good because we get pushback. It puts us into range of back 3 in most time, or back 1. It puts us in the range if we know you want to mash to take a step back, because it's fairly safe. It's fairly safe. I'm not gonna say it's plus. At worst, I believe it's neutral on block, maybe +1. It gives us a little bit of breathing room to walk back, see what you do. It punishes you. But you also got characters like Rain. Rain without Cyrax, I'm not gonna say he sucks, but that character is playing on hard mode. Raiden with Cyrax, holy shit. A safe character with a safe character? Holy crap. It's free. It's free. But Cyrax is very good at making advantageous situations in situations that should not be advantageous. But Nappy, you say, this isn't supposed to be why he's good. It's supposed to be why he's a necessary evil. And to that I say, Cyrax kinda is almost that perfect assist. And I'm going to compare him to Kung Lao because I think Kung Lao is the perfect assist. But I feel like Cyrax is almost that perfect assist in the game, that he does everything you want him to do. The problem is he does everything you want him to do on one single assist versus his whole kit. What Cyrax highlights, and I'm not going to speak from a casual point of view. When I say casual, I mean the people that kind of look at what top players play, just snatch it up real quick. They don't really deep dive like how I might snatch it up and then I'll deep dive and kind of create something of my own. They just like, oh, this person playing this, I'm gonna play this team no matter what. But from low, mid, and high level of competition, or someone that's trying to get into those things, Cyrax is almost, if I don't choose him, I'm going to lose type character. What Cyrax provides compared to majority of the cast, bar Kung Lao, it's insane. He gives you advantageous situations. He gives you very strong combo potential. He gives you, even though the net isn't that strong, he gives you another zoning option and or a capture, which you can capitalize into big damage. He gives you mind games no matter what. You have to worry about if Cyrax is coming out or not, because if you go swinging and Cyrax does come out, now you're getting interrupted and you're getting restand. Now in certain situations, certain characters can take advantage of those restands, i.e. Baraka, i.e. Raiden. And it goes to show that ambush is kind of the wave right now. We're in a meta where a lot of characters have very solid ambushes. I feel like Sub-Zero Ice Shield is a good ambush. It doesn't really do damage at all, but it's very good to soak up some of these projectiles, allowing for characters like, let's say, Reiko to get in. I don't have to use my projectiles, even though Reiko got the best projectiles in the game, but I can still win a zoning battle because I have the ice shield on. Now let's go back to Cyrax. Cyrax having that horizontal chopper is amazing. It being an ambush is super strong. Let's compare that to Kung Lao. Now I know a lot of people hate Kung Lao. He's also on the chopping block of probably most hated characters in terms of cameos in the game. But Kung Lao's low hat is probably one of the best designed assists in the game. Hear me out. We're speaking of a summon. Keyword, a summon. That you have to hold the button that will eat your whole meter if you hold the button, if you want it to stay still. If you want to just tap it and let it rock, that's good too, right? But for you to get the extra benefit of the meter, you have to actually hold the button. It's going to eat all your meter. And yes, while it does come back pretty fast, it's still very solid and it gives you a lot of utility for what it does. It gives you an Oki option. It gives you a 50-50 option. It gives you plus frames because I believe it's +3 on block. Combo potential. It's very good for the cost to be the boss. And you get it back very fast. I believe that is probably the only thing that is wrong with the Kung Lao hat meter, is that it might come back a little bit too fast. You nerf how fast that button comes back, and I guarantee you, I bet money it would be the best assist call in the game. And when I look at Kung Lao and I look at Cyrax, I feel like they're both two halves of the same puzzle. Kung Lao is the way a summon assist should be, while Cyrax is the necessary evil that an ambush should be. I feel like both of them, looking at the two just in a vacuum, what they do and what they give to the player is why they're the most played in the game right now. They give such rewards for you investing time into these two. Yes, the time is easy to invest into low hat and horizontal helicopter. Like the investment is low. Yeah, I agree. However, you don't want too much investment into a Kameo. A Kameo shouldn't be another hard character to play, right? We don't want our Kameos to be hard. They should be able to give us utility. They should be able to give us reward for using them in the proper way. And I feel like both of these assists give you immediate reward for using them in the proper way. Whereas you look at someone like Sonya, what does she really give you other than combo fodder? You look at Mataro, he doesn't really give you anything, but there is a problem to Cyrax shining the way he does. And this is, he takes away from certain assists that could be amazing if he wasn't there. You know who's a really good assist that I use a lot that no one looks at? Sector. Sector is probably a top 5 or 6 if Cyrax get nerfed. Easily. He has rockets which control the neutral so well. It controls the neutral so well. His fire is only -3. His uppercut is a full screen summon, but it's full screen. So if I get into a zoning war and I just say bump it, I'm tired of trying to zone with you, I want to knock you down and take my space. Uppercut, full screen, it tracks. And you know the only reason he isn't succeeding because he's worse Cyrax. He's worse Cyrax. He gives you a lot more utility, but because horizontal helicopter is not only an ambush, it gives you more immediate success. Why would I use Sector? And I feel like that's where we look at him being a necessary evil to not only be what an ambusher is supposed to be, but to also show when you overtune one assist, what could affect the whole metagame. You know, you get what I'm trying to say? I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. So to wrap it up, how do we kind of fix this? Do we leave him as is or do we make changes? Now, I feel like he does need changes. At the end of the day, you cannot let one assist move dictate the whole meta, which it kind of does already, but you don't want it to dictate it to where everyone just says, bump it, I'm gonna play Cyrax. Because in a game that calls for creativity, you want people to try different assists and come up with creative problem-solving ways of working with their characters. So obviously buffing every character isn't the way. I know y'all want to use Sonya, but buffing every character does not change the fact that Cyrax horizontal copter is as strong as it is. It does not change the fact that Cyrax is as strong as he is. So you need to touch Cyrax directly, and the way you touch him directly is you look at Kung Lao. Again, I said before, when I look at Cyrax and I look at Kung Lao, they are both what each other should be in their respective summon and ambush field. If hat summon, if you hold it, takes the whole meter, then your answer obviously is, if you want to use horizontal copper, that's fine. If you're gonna hold down that button, we're gonna use all your meter. And I feel like that is the most balanced way you make that character, because characters like Raiden and Baraka that can make long block strings long enough to where Cyrax can come back and do it again. Baraka being the main culprit of putting a debuff on and you're losing borderline 30% in chip, that needs to be taken away. That becomes unhealthy for the game, and you don't want one character that is a necessarily evil to become a cancer. You don't want that. You want to prevent that from your game. So I feel like that is the best way to normalize him. And once he's normalized, he'll be the perfect assist in the game. Still definitely top tier, still definitely strong. But at that point, it's up to players to adapt. So I'm gonna end the video here. I don't want to be too long. I want to touch 15-minute mark. Like, share, subscribe. That's the call to action again. If you like what I said, please let me know. And other than that, I'm out. Peace.